one of these days.
Of course.
Some things.
What's up, baby?
It's just it says that it's recording.
Beautiful.
We're
Good.
live.
Nice. Yay. Hi, everybody.
Make sure that is okay. I keep
see.
pulling on the damn cord and moving the camera, so I gotta make sure that doesn't happen.
I cannot wait to get our studio set
Wait
up.
for our studio to be done.
I mean, this already looks better than mine, so I'm like, this is awesome, you guys.
Well, the front of the camera looks
Go
great.
live.
Totally,
You
yeah.
can see the behind the scenes where
Go
like there's the
live.
Gatorade bottle, there's probably a
Yeah.
diaper in the garbage. and, like, all
That'll
this.
make me feel at home. Like if I go into somebody's house and that's not like perfectly clean, then
Give
I'm
me a
like,
clap.
Oh,
Okay, we're good.
okay, we have to sync up the sound. Okay, so you were saying.
Yeah, no, it definitely makes me feel at home when I go into somebody's house and it's like, there's kids stuff all over the place and, like you said, diapers all over. I'm like, okay, whew, this is great. They don't feel like they have to clean up for me. I feel right at home.
Yeah. Welcome just to my mess.
Yes.
We try and keep like at least a rotation of diaper cleaning out happening once every 24 hours,
Yeah.
Really enough of it at least.
Yeah. It's, oh my gosh, yeah. Just like being a mom and an entrepreneur. I mean.
Mm-hmm. So here, I interviewed a guy by the name of Chad Brown. You would love him.
Mm.
If you're looking for another podcast to be on, go check his out because he's
Chad Brown. Shoot me his name after.
so good.
Okay.
He asks these really compelling questions and he pushes back on your opinion and kind of stress tests it and be like, do you really believe that?
I love that.
It's really cool.
I love that.
And his whole premise, and he even got it tattooed on his hand, this ampersand tattooed on his ring finger to say that you can have a business and a family.
I love that.
Right? And I thought that was such a cool thing. It's just, and you can have it all, not one or the other.
Right, and you can, and I know that you also post a lot about that too, because you have plenty of kids.
That's a good word.
I'm like,
we're done. 6. We got everybody.
How does Marianne do that? It's like you can have it all, but all the little details just have to kind of go by the wayside, and that's what I've learned.
Well, it's just a priority thing,
Totally.
It's just if someone's gonna come over to my house and be offended that there's like a diaper on the floor because I just changed it and my hands were full of crying baby, and they think that's a big issue, I'm like, you're just not my people.
Yeah, no, seriously. Well, and obviously, like I was texting you this morning, I'm like, oh, well, I didn't get much sleep last night because I have a 5-month-old, and
you look incredible, by the way. How are you feeling?
Actually, really good for the most part.
Yeah.
It's the nights that I don't get sleep. Sometimes that's inconsistent.
Yeah.
And I think there's inconsistency when it's like you're working, so you're out of the home. I guess I'll speak for myself. I'm working, I'm out of the home some of the time, and so I can't always enforce all the routines, and so things get out of whack, and so things don't always work the way that I want. I don't always get the sleep I want, so but I think it's really cool to get to experience life this way, and I am feeling really good.
Good. You look like you're feeling good.
Thank you. Especially better than after having my first. That was a whirlwind.
Oh man.
So, yeah.
There's so much in that side. Yeah. Only moms know. Yeah.
But it's so good. It's cool to get to experience the sometimes chaos of what my life is right now. And like the beauty, the messiness, the just like pure joy. Like it's full.
Yeah.
It's a full life. It's nice.
Yeah, I like that description. I wanted to dive into what you're up to right now because when we wrote your book, we were all about coaching and certification and coaching, and I was like,
yes,
I need to have Diane on the show because if there's one thing that drives me crazy, it's like this two sides of the same coin. It's when people that have no life experience say that they're coaches and they have no validity in saying so, and they can't produce results for people, and they're total hypocrites. And then on the other side of the same coin, you have these people that are fantastic at what they do. Yeah. They have been in the industry for, whatever industry, for 20 years. They have Malcolm Gladwell's 10,000 hours completed, and yet they're like, I can't coach anybody. I'm like, I want to smack them with love. But so talk to me about the coaching term, especially with what's been passed recently in legislature and all of that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is one of the things where like I'm so passionate about what it means to be a coach and the coaching industry, because just like you explained, there's a lot of different things going on, a lot of different types of people calling themselves coaches, and it kind of muddies the water and the term coach. And so what I'm doing right now, so we have a program where we're certifying coaches, and we're actually doing that based on the ICF core competencies. And so what we
define ICF for anyone that doesn't know.
The International Coaching Federation.
It's not coaching federation.
Right.
So it's with a monocle.
Yeah. So it's the governing body of the coaching industry, and that's where I'm like, you know what? If you're gonna be a coach, if you're gonna call yourself a coach, I want coaches to have something that backs them. Mm-hmm. We've also seen a lot of unethical things happening in the coaching world, and just again, a lot of things kind of being muddied. Sometimes the term coach gets bastardized because of all these things happening, and so I wanted to take it back to the professionalism, the accreditation. So we are accredited with the International Coaching Federation because that was really important for me. And so what you're referring to is, with the legislation, is the state of Utah decided to pass this bill that they want those that are calling themselves a life coach to be registered with the state. And I'm actually glad that they're catching on to this, and I hope that other states will follow suit, because what they're seeing is just what I explained. There's all these different things happening, and some of it started with the Ruby Frankie and Jody Hildebrandt case, and I don't know if we want to go into that at all.
Oh boy, that special's coming out soon. There's so much happening.
There's so much with that, and I think that kind of shine a light on the coaching industry and all of these different types of individuals that are calling themselves a coach. And that's why the state of Utah is taking action to say, we want to make sure that, because coaching is not one of those professions that has to be registered with a licensing board, that at least they're registered with the state of Utah. There's criteria that they have to pass. They have to pass a background check. All these little things. They have to signify what training and experience they have. Mm-hmm. And this is actually something that I think is growing nationwide and worldwide, where coaching is becoming more and more professional. We're starting to see it moving in the direction of even mental health companies. There are a lot of corporations that are utilizing coaching as an employee benefit, and this is so cool. And you have to have the right type of training in order to take advantage of that. So
there's a lot going on in that world, and I have kind of two opinions about it. One, I really love that there is, it seems like the intention of the bill that was passed is to eliminate fraud.
Yeah.
And that I will back 100%. Rich and I were just talking yesterday about how, for some reason, Utah has this perfect storm of the socio-religious culture and the affinity fraud that creates this over trusting environment, which is really tragic, because I like to think of the best in people, and I like to see that they put their best foot forward, but people take advantage of that. There's two sides to every coin. So on the one hand, I appreciate it that there's now an ISO standard, if you will. It's not strictly ISO, but
totally,
even in the photography world, what that it references. But on the other hand, I'm like, okay, so I have a bunch of students that have expertise that are like, oh great, now I have to go get another piece of paper from another institution that says that I'm smart and I just want to help people. Is there a balance to that?
Definitely. And here's what it really means is, like, calling what it is you do by the right term, because I think in this industry we've used the terms like coaching and mentoring and consulting sometimes interchangeably. And so when you are, calling yourself a coach, a life coach, whatever your title is, really looking at, does this align with, for me it's the ICF standards, does this align with the ICF definition of coaching? And if not, that's okay. You might just be a mentor. You might be a consultant. And therefore, absolutely still operate your business and operate under that title, that you do life mentorship, or you do, whatever it is, business mentoring. So for me, it's really about like the terms, and then how to look at, the qualification for what it is you're doing. And sometimes that is just, I got success in this area, so I'm helping others get success, and that's great. That's a mentor.
Right.
Awesome.
So there's lots of terms. Help me outline these for the sake of everyone.
Totally, yeah.
We've got mentor, we've got coach, we've got trainer, and a couple of other ones. What does each of those mean?
Yeah, so a coach, by the ICF standards, is like you are a thought partner with someone. You're on the same playing field, and you are helping them to kind of self-discover. You're helping them find their answers. You're helping them get to these points of discovery to be able to work through their problems. So it's basically like you're coaching the person who is seeing this as a problem versus coaching around the problem itself, if that makes sense. You're looking at the person internally. You're looking at
result.